these agents, I find it very useful to think of them as an extension of your workforce. Right? I remember reading somewhere that IT will become the new HR in 15 years, where you'll have more agents managed by the IT department than people that are managed by your HR department.
Yep.
And so, we're not all there yet, but we're only, maybe a few years away from when you have some sort of collaboration software in your company and you have agents joining as people, right? And helping you with different tasks. That goes back to the deterministic versus non-deterministic, because when you have a new hire, there is a learning curve for that new hire until they understand the context of your business and what makes your business tick, right? And so inherently, people are also non-deterministic. That's not a reason to blindly trust agents.
Yeah.
But I think companies and enterprises, if they understand it and look at it from that perspective, it lowers that barrier to adoption of some of this as well.
100%. So I will say this, in response to that, I think sometimes you need that little bit of a jerk, and for you to realize where the world is going. And I was in one of the conferences, and there was in a smaller session with about 50 people in the room, and the speaker said, "How many people have AI agents as part of their org chart?" And it was a very astounding response. There was actually a few people that put their hands up. For me, the idea of having AI agents in an org chart is still out in the future. But some people have actually you actually have that today. So what that tells me is that I think we start by saying what functions can we automate today. Take a group of people and say, how can we make their functions a little bit easier? What automated solution can we do? Of course, we've had robotic process automation in the past. There's still a lot of tools that do that. Outside of that, there's also teachers, there's also knowledge bases that we carry constantly that can be provided to them. Those are multitudes of meetings that we have that serves as a medium to transfer knowledge from one person to another. And then there's questions for which there's follow-up meetings and whatnot. So a lot of these extremely inefficient processes can be automated. And maybe one day, maybe I can put my hand up when somebody asks me, how many agents do you have in your org chart? And that's not the end goal, but I think that's just a starting point of where people are already going.